1. At work. In the world of modern work, we often spend most of our time at work. Therefore, it is important that this time is not only productive, but also enjoyable. However, if you feel like your contributions are not valued, you often feel mistreated, or your work environment is toxic, your emotional and physical well-being can be negatively impacted. A job where you don't feel like a valuable member of the team can lead to stress, depression, and even physical problems. So when you start to notice signs that your current job isn't meeting your expectations or isn't fulfilling you, it may be a sign that it's time to start looking for new opportunities. Leaving in this situation may involve moving to a new position, changing companies, or even changing career direction. It is important to remember that your health and well-being are more important than any job. So don't hesitate to decide that leaving your current job may be the healthiest choice for your future success and happiness. 2. In a relationship. In a world where the importance of our relationships is steadily increasing, we often find ourselves in tangled webs of emotions, passions, and expectations. However, sometimes the path to true happiness begins with the difficult but liberating decision to leave. Yes, this may sound like a big step, but sometimes it is the only way to maintain your inner peace and self-esteem. When you find yourself in a relationship where you feel disrespected, not loved enough, or even psychologically or physically abused, this can be a moment of truth. This is the moment when you have to lift your head, look at yourself in the mirror, and say, "I deserve better." Leaving a toxic relationship is not a loss. It is a victory over yourself. It is a choice to become the pinnacle of your own happiness, instead of being imprisoned in the stone walls of suffering. Remember that every person deserves to be loved, respected, and protected. So don't hesitate to say goodbye when it means hello to your own well-being. Destiny will give you new opportunities for growth, love, and joy as you free your heart and walk away from what is holding you back. 3. In friendship. Friendship is not only a warming light that illuminates our path in life, but also a source of joy, support, and mutual understanding. However, just like any other relationship, friendship can also be complicated and sometimes require tough decisions. Sometimes we are in friendships that begin to weigh us down, limit our development, or, in the worst-case scenario, become a source of negative emotions and toxicity. At times like these, it's important to realize that the line between what friendship brings into our lives and what drains our energy and joy can be thin. Leaving friendships that don't bring you joy or support your personal growth can be a difficult but liberating decision. This doesn't mean you're denying the value of past moments or connections, but rather a sign that you recognize your own worth and deserve friendships that inspire you and make you happy. Sometimes goodbye is not the end, but the beginning of something new and amazing. When we let go of what holds us back in the past, we open the door to new friendships that can bring us even more joy, support, and inspiration. Remember that your happiness is your right and no one should stand in the way of it, even if it means saying goodbye to those who are no longer your source of light. 4. In a hobby or project. Life is a constant desire for self-development and exploration of new horizons. This is why we often invest ourselves in various hobbies and projects that allow us to explore our talents and passions. However, what do we do when our passion for a project fades or the hobby stops being fulfilling? Sometimes our hobby or project can become a chore that drains us instead of bringing us joy. When we feel like our creativity is being limited and our inspiration is drying up, it may be a sign that it's time to move on. Walking away from a current hobby or project does not mean failure, but rather an opportunity to start over. This is the moment when we can discover something new that sparks interest and inspiration. Sometimes our passion for a creative endeavor or hobby simply moves in a different direction, and that's completely normal. So don't be afraid to close one chapter to start a new one. When we let go of what doesn't bring us satisfaction, we open the door to new adventures and opportunities. Remember that life is not a limited resource, and we always have the opportunity to reboot and start over with a clean slate. 5. In a group or community, man is a social being and our environment plays a significant role in our lives. We strive to be part of a community where we are accepted, understood, and supported. However, what do we do when we feel like we don't quite fit in or don't live up to the values and ideals of the group? Sometimes we find ourselves in a community that does not support our growth and development, or even prevents us from achieving our goals and dreams. When we feel like our time in this community is starting to hold us back, it may be a sign that it's time to step out of our comfort zone and start moving forward on our own. Leaving your current community does not mean giving up social connection or support. Rather, it is an opportunity to start building our own network based on true values and respect for our individuality. Sometimes our journey to self-awareness begins precisely when we free ourselves from what keeps us in a vicious circle. So don't be afraid to go it alone if it will lead you to your truth. When we dare to be true to ourselves, we open doors to new opportunities, meet interesting people, and find true happiness in our own company. Remember that your path is unique, and you don't have to follow the crowd if it hinders your growth and self-development. 6. In training, learning is the key to growth and development as an individual. However, sometimes we find ourselves on a path that does not meet our goals or expectations. When we feel that our current education or course is not fulfilling us or pushing us to achieve our dreams, it may be a signal that it is time to change direction. A change of direction in learning is not a failure, but rather an opportunity to discover new horizons and gain more meaningful and interesting knowledge. Sometimes our path to success takes unexpected turns, and this is absolutely normal. When we dare to leave our familiar comfort zone and set out to explore new areas, we open ourselves up to new opportunities for personal and professional growth. Each of us is unique, and our learning must be tailored to our individual needs and goals. So don't be afraid to change direction if it leads you to your true passion and goals. When we open ourselves to new experiences and knowledge, we become more fulfilled and confident. Remember that learning is not just about getting a diploma or certificate. It is a constant pursuit of self-improvement and growth. Bottom line, leaving on time can be the key to happiness, success, and personal growth. No matter what stage of life you are at, it is important to learn to listen to your feelings and recognize when a situation or relationship no longer meets your needs and values. Leaving an unsuitable job, a toxic relationship, or outdated hobbies and projects can be a difficult decision, but it opens up the opportunity for new beginnings, inspiration, and personal growth. When we dare to leave the old, we give ourselves the chance to find something new and more meaningful. Remember that your happiness and well-being are a top priority, and leaving on time can be the first step to a fuller, more satisfying life.